Yeah, one of the craziest parts about this is that I think he was totally correct in his assessment that this was the work of like an organized body of people, which I think we all know who that organization might be. It's the FBI. I want to get started by giving a shout out to the great Reverend Jesse Jackson, U.S. civil rights leader. Jesse Jackson dies at the age of 84. He was an iconic, heroic figure of American politics. I'm a huge fan. Rest in power to Jesse Jackson. Let's take a look at how mainstream media is covering his legacy.
The famed civil rights leader who marched alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and later ran for president has died. His family has confirmed he was 84. He died peacefully on Tuesday morning, surrounded by his family, they said in a statement. Aleem Makboul looks back at his life.
November 2008. Barack Obama and a moment of history. In the crowd, the tear-stained face of a man who'd done much to pave the way. The Reverend Jesse Jackson.
It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, change has come to America.
Born to a teenage single mother in Greenville, South Carolina, Jesse Jackson grew up in a world where black and white were legally segregated. In 1959, he won a football scholarship to university, but threw himself into the civil rights struggle that was engulfing America.
And there's a great swell of cheers to welcome Martin Luther King.
Under the leadership of Martin Luther King. Reverend King sent the young Baptist minister to Chicago to organize protests. On marches, the two men faced violent crowds opposed to the movement. Then, in Memphis, Martin Luther King was murdered in front of Jackson. The assassin was later arrested, having fled the country, but Jackson was never convinced he'd been working alone.
This man could not have stalked Dr. King.
Who that organization might be. It's the FBI. And basically, this was the reason why like everyone disparaged him in like mainstream media. They were like, oh, this is like, but Jesse was a Freemason as though, and his father, he was a Freemason though, but Jesse was a Freemason as though MLK Jr. and his dad, okay, take a perma, I think. Fantastic. I love parapolitics. My biggest fan. I love parapolitics weirdos who will literally take like, who don't even recognize that they themselves are basically operating at the behest of the State Department because they're so schizophrenic about like anything. Like it's the same motherfuckers that are like, oh, I don't know if you knew this, but Zohran Mamdani's dad, Mahmoud Mamdani, was airlifted into the United States of America by the CIA or something. It's like, brother, like, I need you to understand something, okay? I need you to understand something. Especially when someone is like very clearly a fucking op, very clearly an op to the federal government. Like, how are you gonna be like, oh, MLK was a part of MLK was a part of like the secret Illuminati society that actually controls everything. Yeah, is that why they fucking killed him? You think that's the reason why they fucking killed him, dude? Like who? Who isn't an op in your mind? I love the fucking schizoid, communoid, parapolitics losers who will be like, no, actually, literally everyone. And I mean everyone, and especially those who are actually outsiders to the fucking game of politics, who are leftists, who are socialists, who are Marxists, who sometimes even take up arms against the American government. Those are the ones who are actually the real agents of the state. At some point, you have to fucking recognize that you literally are an agent of the state, whether you recognize it or not, okay? You are behaving like a real fucking op.
Had the logistical operation, had operative alternative passports, and got out of the country with money alone.
A powerful public speaker, Jackson continued the struggle.
But I am somebody. I may be on welfare.
Wait, though. I am 10 toes down for you, but Freemasons does not automatically mean Illuminati at all. Yes, but that chatter is bringing it up with the eye emoji to imply Illuminati references, okay? What the fuck do you mean? Oh.
But I am somebody.
In the 80s, he twice ran for president, but failed to win the Democratic Party nomination. But for the first time, a black man was a serious contender.
Our time has come. We must leave racial battleground and come to economic common ground and moral higher ground. America, our time has come.
On the international stage, he campaigned for a Palestinian state.
I think you guys can kind of understand why I'm obviously fascinated with Jesse Jackson in particular. Yeah, the Rainbow Coalition was a continuation of what Fred Hampton sought to do as well. It was a continuation of MLK's legacy, a class-first politics that's still does not shy away from talking about the racial element of American white supremacy, but a class-first politics nonetheless. A class-first politics that focuses on improving people's material conditions unconditionally, and no, the little F's are going to cut in and out the entire day. Just know that it's going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, just it is what it is. It is what it fucking is. Okay. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad. I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna cry. It's so devastating. Yeah, I have don't worry, I got Chuck Schumer right here celebrating his defeat in 1988 at the DNC. Why is it like this?
Creating a long rift with American Jews after some unguarded and offensive remarks. He persuaded Saddam Hussein to release human shields on the eve of the Iraq War. And as South Africa emerged from apartheid, the man who spent years maintaining American pressure against them.
I don't know how bad it is. I can't tell how bad it is because I keep seeing zeros on my end. Not just you, I got a lose connection for a few seconds every few minutes. Oh, God. I don't know. People say it's not that bad. It's probably not great though. It's probably not great at all. And I have no idea. I have no way of telling how bad it is. It's pretty bad. It's been smooth for us, maybe smooth for some, but bad for others. I don't know. Is it next slide? It's perfectly fine for us, dude. Some people are saying it's perfectly fine. Others are saying it's not. I guess, I mean, it's, we'll see. We'll see how in and out, how much this works. I mean, this throttle also does diminish the reach, unfortunately, because like people just keep coming in and seeing that it's cutting in and out, and they're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fucking watch this shit then. At most is a 3-4 second pause. Great. I love that. I fucking love that. I love that. I definitely don't want to kill myself at all due to the way that this shit is working currently. Smooth from Australia, just out for about 5 seconds, but it's been okay since then. Love that. Love hearing that. Love seeing that. Fucking fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it. Jesse Jackson.
The system was there to watch.
What time is it?
From the 1960s To the election of Barack Obama, even to the Black Lives Matter movement of recent years, Jesse Jackson was a constant figure in American public life, determined to show generations of young black Americans they too could have a voice.
Well, our US partners CBS News are reporting that Jesse Jackson had been hospitalised for observation back in November. Doctors said he had been diagnosed with a degenerative condition. He had revealed in 2017 that he'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which affects the nervous system, which slowly restricts movement and daily activities. But Jesse Jackson called it a physical challenge. He refused to let it prevent him from continuing his civil rights advocacy. His father, Lewis Robinson Sr., who had Parkinson's, also died of the disease. He was 88. That was back in 1997. But Jesse Jackson had been suffering from some health conditions since he was hospitalised back in November, revealing a few years ago now that he is diagnosed with Parkinson's. Let's bring you the family statement that we have. They say it is with profound sadness that we announce the passing of civil rights leader and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, the Honourable Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson Sr. He died peacefully on Tuesday morning, surrounded by his family. His unwavering commitment to justice, equality and human rights helped shape a global movement for freedom and dignity. A tireless change agent, he elevated the voices of the voiceless from his presidential campaigns in the 1980s to mobilising millions to register to vote, leaving an indelible mark on history. Reverend Jackson, the statement goes on to say, is survived by his wife Jacqueline, their children Santita Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Yusuf, Jacqueline, daughter Ashley Jackson and grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his mother, Helen Burns Jackson, father, Noah Lewis Robinson, and stepfather, Charles Henry Jackson. And they go on to say, the family statement continues, our father was a servant leader, not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world. We shared him with the world, and in return, the world became part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions, and we ask you to honour his memory by continuing the fight for the values he lived by. So that is a statement from the...
There's a video on